So I wanted to share with people all the amazing friends that I have and what they're doing with their lives right now. And I wanted something where I can be Krys.
I'm taking my freedom, pulling it off the shelf.
Krystle Break is a place where you can be yourself.
When it's round my neck, I'm taking my freedom.
Laugh about your past and share your dreams.
Wherever I choose to go.
And tell me what's going on with you.
Living my life like it's golden. 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 Living my life like it's golden.
You're watching Krystle Breaks Easy. I'm your host, Krystle, and today I have someone that I would say has changed my fashion inspiration this summer. And I know it's late, but we're still going to talk about summer because this summer I was outside. And I was outside only in Mrs. Bashy Couture, the one and only that we have met at the most random time, but it was like a time well needed.
Yes. Yeah.
So I didn't know. Did you want me to introduce you as Bashy or your first name?
Maybe my first name because people don't know what my first name is.
I believe it's Rosemarie.
Yeah.
Okay, see?
Rosemarie, I.E.
I.E. Yes. I'll make sure. So I have the one and only Rosemarie, aka Bashy Couture, with us today, and we're gonna talk, laugh, and we're gonna talk fashion, plus size fashion. So, Bashy, let's start it right off. Do you remember how we met?
Yes, I do, because the day that you came, I was like, I don't want any customers today.
Okay.
But we have a mutual friend
Yes.
that called and asked if I could do an alteration. So those who know me know that like I hate alterations.
Okay, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah, see, you have to be like a good friend for me to alter your clothes.
Okay.
Or I have to be in the mood. So because our mutual friend called and said, please, can you do this for my friends? I was like, okay. But deep down inside, I was like, I don't want to do it.
Okay.
So when you came, I felt like maybe my vibe was off, but I felt like I don't know you.
Yeah. So I came in with a dress and the dress was a nice dress. It just, what I wanted for the podcast launch was, it wasn't given, you know what, the dress kind of gave me like.
Grandma?
Not even grandma, like I'm going to a baptism.
Church, yeah.
Like I'm going to church thing. It didn't give me like the va-va-voom that I want. And then Bashy's like, we did the alterations. Mm-hmm. And I was like, do you think this will look good with this? Do you think this would be this? And then I was like, okay, maybe I'm like pissing her off because I have so much questions. And like, it's just like, it had long sleeves and shoulders. I'm just like, I'm not feeling it. No matter how we're trying to fix this dress, I was not feeling it. And then he turned to me and he said, what?
I think I might have something else.
I was like, okay. She's like, yeah, take that off.
Take it off.
So I stood there taking off in just like a t-shirt. I'm waiting for her to come back downstairs. And she handed me a two-piece flowy. First of all, it matched my theme.
Perfectly.
Like hands-on, matched my theme. And it gave me everything that I wanted. It gave me legs. It gave me breasts. It gave me a little bit of belly to show. It gave me the flowiness because the party was at my house. So I wanted something that I can be comfortable at home, but just flowy. And when I mean I put on the dress, I was like, bitch.
You came to life.
I was like, it was like night and day. Who the hell is this person?
Because you came and I didn't know you.
Yes.
So I didn't know what your vibe was like. Some people are just quiet. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, she's just a quiet person. And I was like, that's fine because I will just be quiet and I'll just do this work that I don't really want to do.
Yes.
But when you tried on that outfit, I was like, wait, this is a whole new person. Like your body language changed.
Because it felt right.
Everything. And I felt like it was good because it was like, you're like, yeah, this matches this. And you were like visualizing everything. And I'm going to flow down the stairs like this. And I was like, yeah.
I did all of that. I flowed down the stairs. I spinned. I hair flipped. I did everything.
Like you were different. You were totally different. And I was like, I kind of like this girl. She was like, I wasn't sure about you. Like, I don't always try to connect with everybody because I provide a service. And as long as they're satisfied, then I'm good.
Yes.
But after that, I was like, no, she kind of has a vibe. Like,
listen.
Yeah.
Since that day, I was like, can I get this in black? For March. And you're like, okay, you can get it in black for March. And then I was like, when I picked up the one in March, I was like, by the way, I'm just going to raid your closet, things that you have for sale, just put it out and I'll buy. And then you're like, okay, we'll do that. Thinking I was joking. I was not joking.
I know we still have to do that.
Yeah, we did it. We did like a first haul. So now there's more. There's more to do. But that's how we met. I had an alteration and I didn't like my alteration, and it had nothing to do with her. It's just that dress is still in the bag. I don't think I'll ever put it on because it just wasn't for me. But there's something with your clothes, and then just made me feel confident, sexy. And as a big girl, like, I never like to show my shoulders. I don't like arms out. I don't like to show the bottom of my stomach because my belly is big. But like when I put on your shoulders, like, belly, where my skin is clean.
It's
like
just finding the right balance of like what part of the belly to show, how
Yes.
much of the arm to show, right?
Very
And
true.
I feel like because I'm plus size, I kind of just know, like, I don't like showing my arms.
Yes.
I don't think people notice that I don't really show my arms, but there's a way.
Yes.
You know, you just cover this part.
That's all I want.
right?
Just cover this part. This part. You know, show the smallest
The arm
part.
is nice. Your skin's
Yes.
pretty.
Skin's pretty. Show the
Yes.
smallest part of my arm. Don't show the back here.
I know.
Don't show that.
I have so many funny and best moments with this person, but I want to know what our moments that they think are special to them. Let's listen.
I don't know. I feel like my whole day is funny because I don't know about other people, but the conversations that happen in my head
Yes.
are just super funny. I don't know.
All right. While you're thinking of one, I will give you one.
Okay.
So I had a 50th birthday to go to, and I wanted a velvet dress, but I wanted to be like a little bit of belly showing, but I wanted to be a split, but not too high, but sexy. Bashy made me this beautiful velour,
Oh my god.
like stretch fabric. It was beautiful. When I mean, like, I sent her a picture. I cropped a picture of what I found online, and I did alterations with, like, you know how you can draw on the picture?
the drawing, the purple and the green.
Yes. I was like, can we cut it here? I need to make the split lower because I don't want my husband to kill me. I want to show this part of my belly, but I want the back to look like this. You're like, okay, we're not doing the back like this. We're going to cut it at your knee. We're going to give you the split that you want. And I'm like, I don't want it long sleeve. I want it cap. Like, I want a 3/4.
Yeah, there was like a green line, like right here.
Yeah. There's a green line on the picture. I'll show you guys the picture. A green line on the picture here with all my alterations. And she's like, okay, cool. When? I'm like, June. She's like, okay. And then you forgot about me.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Because most people don't book so far in advance. Like, you are super prepared.
I have to be.
Super prepared. I'm not always that prepared.
It's-
you get your stuff, but
Yes.
like, I'm not expecting.
It was so funny because, like, the day I went to go pick up my dress, I was like, oh, by the way, I want to see what else you have in your closet. Because she's like, Chris, I don't have your alteration. Like, no, we did alterations when I got there. Remember, you have a sheet that says Krystle, and we did all my alterations that day. And you're like, okay. And then you brought some outfits. Like, I don't know if you would like these. And I went home with a garbage bag of stuff.
Up everything.
A garbage
Scooped up
bag
everything.
of everything you can
Okay, I
think
have a
of.
funny moment now.
Okay.
To do with that dress. So, you called.
Yes.
And you asked if you could come. Remember, you wanted to come earlier.
Earlier.
Than I thought. And I was like, no problem. I don't have anything to do.
Yes.
I only have a little bit left to do on their dress. I could just do this before she comes.
Yes.
So, you're very punctual. Even though you live far from me, you're very punctual. So, when you were about 4 minutes, I would estimate, away from my house, I'm sewing. And I cut with my sewing machine that cuts and sews at the same time, my serger, like 4 inches off, like the whole back part of your dress, like the top panel, the bottom panel. I'm looking at, like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, what am I gonna tell you? Like, this doesn't happen. This doesn't happen. If you say I'm gonna make something, I make it, and this doesn't happen. A few little things, you change the zipper, you do this and that.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, what can I do? And no, I'm not gonna call you.
Yeah.
So you come in, and I'm like all panicked, and I'm opening the door like slowly, and I'm like, Krystle, I have like bad news. And you're just like, I tell you what happened. You're like, oh, well, that means I just get to spend more time. We'll just sit here and talk.
Yeah, that's it. What am I running back home to? I'm already here. I'm not coming back this far. I'm going to sit here and we're going to kiki while you fix it. That's fine.
So I cut 2 new panels and took out the zipper and sewed everything back in.
You know, it's funny because you took out the zipper because we needed to remove 6 inches from it. It was too big. And then you put the zipper on. We put it on. You're like, shit.
The 6 inches is
The
still
6
there.
6 inches is still there.
Still there.
I'm like, well, we're going to have to tuck and roll this.
And we worked it, right?
Tucked it and it looked perfectly fine.
Right.
No one was looking at back. But I have to say, going into that party, so the party started around at 6. But I know my family, so I showed up at 11:30. I heard they just ate at 11, and when I seen my show stopped, Show stopped.
I have another funny moment about that day.
What
The
happened?
day that you went to the party.
Yes.
So usually if I make something for somebody, I
Oh.
don't usually hear from them.
I know you're gonna say.
Until like they send pictures
Cheers,
or
yeah.
whatever, right? Or I see it on Instagram. But you call me, and I'm always aware of like when my client, the dates of clients' events, right?
Yes.
So it's like 10:45, and my phone rings. And it's like Krystle, and I'm like, oh my god,
What happened?
What happened? So I answer, like, Krystle, what happened? And you're like, girl, it's just like.
I was like,
You mess with my
listen.
emotions a lot.
I was like,
you really
listen,
do.
they can't talk to me in this dress tonight.
You're hype.
As I'm driving,
You're hype.
First of all, I'm so hyped. I got my makeup done that day, home. My first time doing, so you guys don't know, but my hair is usually jet black. And it was my first time trying out the honey blonde with dark roots. As you can see, I loved it from that day and just decided to cut it off and go. But that was my first time doing the honey blonde. And I was like, yeah, hair's done, makeup's done. And when I put on the boot and skin's greased and shimmered, body shimmering with this velvet, and the best part, no girdle.
We don't wear those.
We don't wear girdles. Everything was nice and comfy, and I looked good. And I remember that call because I was driving to the event. I'm like, they can't talk to me.
I don't think anybody can still talk to you. Like, honestly,
yeah,
like,
no.
you're
Because
just
even when I
different.
put the reel together, I just put the reel together myself. And the birthday girl got like one picture in there, but everything else was me.
Like it was your birthday.
You thought it was my party.
I feel like when you go somewhere, you're supposed to dress up and show out, and it's
Yes.
the host's problem if you outdress them. Like
Yes.
that's not supposed to be your concern. That's their problem. To worry
It
about.
was so funny because, like, you know what, every family has that auntie that she's like, oh, you're not look good. Like that auntie, every family has, no matter what you do, there's just that one auntie like, you're not look good, or what you do now? Okay. Like she gives you that face when you know you try. She came to me like, no, you look good, Chris.
Right?
Okay, Chris.
Auntie.
She's like, sure, they say you can't wear split so high. I go, yes.
Show them.
I go, I have to represent for both of us tonight. And even so, my husband does this thing where I'm like, hey, how do I look? He'll like, oh, do you feel comfortable? I'm like, so I guess I don't look good because I look uncomfortable. And that day I was like, hey, he's like, okay. Okay. I'm like,
That's probably a good night too.
let's just admit,
What one dress could do.
What? And the dress has a zipper down the back.
Easy access.
So you have to do the whole shoulder, like, oh, can you help me unzip?
You know, I've never done that.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna have to do that.
What do you mean?
I'm going to have to do that.
Listen, you make it the zipper that if you hold the top, you can just pull it and it will
but,
unzip.
like,
But no, you gotta be sexy. Like,
I do it myself, but I feel like I should get help.
You damn right get
I
help.
like this idea. I like this idea.
Unzip and then you walk out the dress.
No, I love
and then I
this.
made sure that the set was matching. So
course.
everything was sexy black. And then
Foundation's important.
what? And then I had the blonde wig.
The wig was nice.
Yeah, the blonde wig. I was like,
I made a whole reel for your dress.
did you really?
I made my stepmother do a voiceover
Oh my god.
for your dress.
So why didn't you send it to me? So I can add my pictures to it.
Okay, well.
Yes.
I thought I did.
No?
I just sent you the poem.
Just the poem.
Okay, I'll
That's
send
it.
you the reel.
I want the reel.
That was my first one. You're the one that told me put it over here, put your thing.
Yeah.
So that was my first reel.
Listen, that so the dress is so nice. Bashy, did you have to make me a next one a different color?
Yeah.
Don't say the color because that's gonna be my my
Yes.
birthday dress. It's,
Yes.
it's ready. It's over there.
And of course,
I'm
You
excited.
don't need it until months away.
October.
But it's done.
It's done.
It's done.
It's done because this is what I do. And I'm gonna have to run through her closet one more time because
You're gonna have to physically come upstairs.
we tried to do that last time.
I know. I'm gonna kiss my roommate out.
Tell me your favorite slow jams.
Okay, so there is "Do Not Disturb" sign, Barris Hammond.
Okay.
To me, that's like a good big people song.
Yes.
And I feel like when I was young, I was big.
Yes.
So now I'm at an age where I could like
Appreciate
take
it.
a day off work and lay down in the bed and "Do
Yes.
Not Disturb" sign. Marcia Griffiths was like my mom's thing.
Yes.
So I Want to Get High. My mom has an amazing voice. So even though my mom does not get high, that's like one of her jams.
songs?
Yeah. There's another Marcia Griffith song, and it could be Judy Moet. It's one of the two. Black Woman.
Okay.
I feel like I love these songs because of the way my mom sings them.
Yes.
So she taught me to sing, and I'm not singing today. She's not here. The way she sings them,
Yes.
they kind of come to like you. Like
You
I like
feel it.
music that you could feel.
Yes, and that just brings you back to a childhood memory.
So that's 3.
Yep.
I kind of do have 2 R&B songs.
So throw them in there.
Faith Evans
Which
is
song?
like my girl. So as soon as I get home,
Yes.
as soon as
You
I
had
get
to sing
home,
a little bit of it. Just a little bit.
Can I just hum?
No, I want you to sing
Your
it.
love is wonderful, yay, and I don't want to lose your love. So, baby, soon as I get home. Oh my God.
I'll make it up to you. Baby, I'll do
What I gotta do.
Love that song.
It's an amazing song.
All right, what's your other one?
My other one is more of a joke.
Okay. What's the joke?
Because like my boyfriend, I'm always like, do you love me? And I know he does.
Yes.
But I just like to bother him all the
Yes.
time. So whenever I don't get my way, I'm like, love don't live here anymore.
Don't kill me.
So I feel like we've been together for a long time, but I feel like maybe in the last 2 years,
Yes.
he realized that it's like a real song.
Okay.
He thought I was just like bothering him all the time. He's like, no,
Jesus.
this is a real song. I'm like, yes, it's
Yes,
a real song.
it's a
Like, you
real
need to get
song.
on.
Wow.
So yeah, those are my 5.
It's time to get deep. Let's get real deep. What's your breaking point?
So, we're going to get a little bit more serious. This segment's called The Break. Can you tell me your most vulnerable, when you were at your most vulnerable state, and how you overcame that?
Okay. I was probably when I was pregnant with my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So I got pregnant with my daughter when I was in my 2nd year of university.
Okay.
So I found that I was pregnant like in the summer, and then I was like, what am I supposed to do? I was like, then I looked at my little calendar. I'm like, well, she's not going to be born until like April, which is the end of the school year. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm like, I feel like I could just thug this out.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't as easy
As you thought.
as the going to school part was fine. I loved being pregnant, but it was just the other stuff, like issues with her dad. And then where I lived was not a comfortable situation. I lived in a house with some other girls that I really didn't know because I waited so long to find accommodation.
Yes.
They stole my clothes. Like, it was just uncomfortable. My bed broke at one point, and I was like, I just can't. I was by myself in the bed, but it was just like one of those little metal beds,
yeah.
and it just like fell apart. And I just felt like, I don't know, I was just emotional. I felt alone. I went away. I went to Western,
Okay.
so I was like away from everyone else. So it was just like a really lonely time. Like, I feel like I went there like as a kid.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, it's just like, I'm pregnant. I'm alone. Like, her dad didn't really want to participate in her and the pregnancy. So I just felt like it was a really, like, sad time. I was like, okay, I have to have a car. So that means I have to work.
Yes.
Because I have to pay car insurance. I have to pay rent.
Yes.
And then at the same time, I'm trying to, like, buy baby clothes and, like, buy a stroller and buy all this stuff. So my room just became filled with all these baby things. So it just felt like, like the room, like everything was caving in on me. I just felt like there was like the bed was broken and like there's baby stuff, but I just felt like I'm doing all these things by myself.
Yes.
And I was always that person, like, I'm not having kids. Because at that time I was like, Parasuco was my brand. I didn't sew back then, and I'm like, how am I gonna, they don't even make Parasuco for babies. Like, how's this gonna work? Like, how am I gonna have money for 2 people? I could barely manage myself sometimes, right? But how did I overcome that? I think just with time. Like, even though I was inside, I was panicked, I feel like I was still preparing.
Yeah.
Even though in my mind I felt like I was preparing for doom.
Very
I
true.
was still preparing. So I think that just helped me. Like, okay, this is just happening and it is what it is. And I think I panicked. I cried for like the first 7 months. And I was just like, Mom, I just don't want to be a mom. Like, I don't want to do this. And she was like, okay, if you have the baby, your sister and I will take care of the baby. And I was like,
Yes.
this is perfect. I'll give you guys money and you guys could take care of her. But as soon as she was born, I looked at her, I was like, Mom, I'm gonna keep her, okay? So I think it was just, I don't know, everything just worked out. I did have my mom and my sister as support, because I feel like for me, I wasn't the maternal person. Like there's some women that are just like, before they even have children, you know that they're gonna be a good mother. I didn't think that I was that person. So I think just with time, like my mom and my sister allowed me that time to like get into the groove of being a mom. Yeah, because I'm not like a baby person. Like my mom and my best friend, everybody's baby. They're like, oh, I want to hold your baby. I'm just like, ew. Like babies are so boring. They don't have a vibe until they're like 2 or 3 when they start to talk and they start to walk.
You see their own personalities.
Yeah, but with my daughter, I think I got over it. Like once she was born, and she was just like, I know it sounds biased, but just so cute and like a good baby. Yeah. You know what I mean? She ate all her food, so she made it easy for me to like ease into being a parent. So, and I kind of feel like if I wasn't a mom, I'd probably be like a waste gal. Yeah. So, like seriously, I wasn't really I was in school, but I didn't have like a plan or a thought, right? But then I realized like you can't just be like this. It can't just be about clothes and shoes all the time. Like very true. It has to be more than that. So yeah,
that's dope.
It's that time for dirty laundry, my favorite segment. Let's hear what my guests have to say by airing out their dirty laundry.
I feel like I'm gonna play the game.
You want to play the game?
Because I feel like my mix up, like, this is gonna be in public. Yes. And I have a child. Yes. And I have a mom that supports everything I do, so she'll watch it. So I can't do the mix up. I just can't do the mix up.
Okay, so you heard her. You want to play the game?
Let's just do it.
All right.
Let's just do it.
Do you want to do dark or white?
White.
White's okay.
No, the dark is the devil. Turn me over. I need to be like heads up on your table.
That would be a good show. I'm here for it. I am here for it, here for it, here for it. So
that's not water.
This is not water, hon.
Okay,
this is vodka.
I'm playing the game. I'm playing the game.
Quabunuts.
So I'm going to read you 3 questions from Toxic AF.
I have no idea what that is. So this is like all new.
Yeah, so Toxic AF is a drinking game. Okay. So if you would like to answer the questions, you can answer the questions. If you do not answer questions, you have to do what the question says that you have to do. Either take 3 shots, finish your cup, things like that. Okay. When you're ready.
Ready?
Yeah. It's the look that you're giving me that's making me nervous.
Go ahead, Kwabena.
First one. Drink or dare. Confess the biggest lie you told a past partner and post it to your IG story. Then must stay up for 24 hours. Or take 3 shots.
Just give me this. Just give me this. Yes. 3, you're going to fill to the top? Just 1. They can't.
I love you.
Should have just said the mix up. My mom would probably understand.
1. You can chase it with that though. So pull your straw up a bit. So you
chase liquor with liquor.
Yeah. Because this has more juice in it. You can pull your straw up so to help you.
Somebody's going to drive me home. I'm joking. It's a no. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm good.
You still good? All right. Wait, we're not done. You said 3 shots. You said 3. That's the card game said 3. So I'll do 2. We'll do 2.
No, I'll do the 3. Don't worry yourself.
No, we'll do the 2. Cause not chilled. I'm so sorry. it's the face.
It's kind of hot. Like, you know, just kind of.
I'm so sorry. Come. All right. Can I get another picture of just this of me pouring in her shots?
So just in case you need those.
I feel like I need it for my hot.
Yeah, this is the best one so far.
Oh my hot in here.
You know what?
The drink's nice, you know. It's just a little humid. The throat.
Sorry, can you just do extra footage for this one, please?
I should
All
not
right.
wear the makeup. You're gonna drip off. Like,
All right, we'll stop at that. Read the next question. Drink little water.
it's not gonna help. It's just not gonna help.
May I cool you down a little?
Okay, come.
Okay. All right.
The next one?
Next question, please.
Next question. Oh my gosh. I should just put the mix up.
I
Okay.
told you to.
No man, come. I'm gonna tough it out. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Text your last sexual partner, inform them you have an STD, and do not
No, come on. That's no.
or take 2 shots.
No, I can't put shit like that out there.
I'll
That's
give you
rude.
one. I'll give you one.
No man, give me to it now. What is this?
This is Kettle 1, and it's lemon. Kettle 1 lemon. You like this one? It'll taste better cold. Don't throw up on me.
No, I will
Okay.
never. I'll just sweat.
You want a foundation brush to kind of dab?
When am I done? I'm just gonna get hotter and hotter. Boy, make some of the mangoes in here. Oh, I thought there was 2. Come. How many questions are there?
That's it. We'll stop you here.
Jeez.
We'll stop you here. I promise. That's it. We'll stop you here. I promise we'll stop you right here. Oh my goodness.
It's a winter drink, not a summer drink. It's just hot. Just turn on the fan.
Last question.
All right.
If you put 2 and 2 together and believe whatever the you came up with, take 3 sips.
If you put 2 and 2 together,
4.
no, and you believe whatever. So if you put this person did this to you, this person did this to you, yeah, I know they did this.
And
Even
I'm
though
making it up?
pretty much take 3 sips.
No. Real life is different than fake life.
No worries.
Real life is different than fake life. Like, I can't make stuff up and say that's what happened. Even though people have different perspectives, no.
Yeah.
No, if it didn't go so, it just didn't go that way.
All right, that was great, guy. 3 movies or TV shows that you wish you took your time back.
Okay, so top for me would probably be Sopranos.
Okay.
Because I'm not a TV person.
Yeah.
But somebody that used to date put me on Sopranos, and I'm just like, he's a believable bad man.
Yeah, Tony.
Yeah, and he's not handsome or sexy, but I was like,
Yes.
he kind of could go on, you could kind of get it because he's a bad man. So
Yes.
it was just like, he's not my type of person, but Sopranos was like a good view for me. Like, you hear about like mafia, quote unquote, but it
Yes.
was like, okay, this is kind of how it works.
Yep.
So Sopranos had me hooked. I cried at the last episode. And I was mad because, like, how you just gonna end it like that? But
Very true.
yeah, Sopranos. Shameless.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Shameless.
That's a good
is
one.
My show. Okay.
That is a very good one.
American. I started watching the UK version and it was like not the
it.
vibe
Yeah.
for me. But yeah, like Frank Gallagher is an asshole, but like a good asshole, like the best asshole ever. And like the shit that he puts his kids through, and like how do you have a black son as a white man? Like, it just like the show brings you to some places and some thoughts, and just like Frank is weird, but he has good sense.
Yes.
At the end of the day, he's a good person.
Very true.
Yeah. The last season was probably my favorite.
Mhm.
The first and the last. Those are my 2 favorite seasons. A movie. How many are we doing?
Anyone? You can do your top
So
movie.
my favorite movie is The Color Purple.
Oh,
Yeah.
such a good pick.
So I feel like I grew up in a household where I feel like one of my parents was kind of racist.
Mhm.
And then I grew up in Oakville in the 80s.
Ooh.
So in a school of like 800 kids, apart from my sister and I, and one black boy that was like trying to deny that he was black. Yeah. So I felt like The Color Purple kind of gave me, as a kid, my parents allowed me to watch movies that I wasn't supposed to watch because I was like a big woman
Yes.
a long time. So Color Purple to me was kind of like, this is kind of like maybe how it started.
Yes.
Even though to me, Color Purple was kind of seemed to be like after slavery, but it was still like okay, like when
segregation. And
yeah,
everything. Yeah.
it was like the first movie that was like not just hearing my parents talk about these things happen or hearing people.
Yes.
It was kind of like the first visual.
Yes.
In terms of like racism and stuff. So it kind of, for me as a Black person that really experienced it at school, like we had neighbors that they were white from South Africa, and I was like, I think I moved there when I was like 7 or 8. They wouldn't even say hello. Like I'm just enough kid to be like, hi, how are you? Right? So The Color Purple for me was a movie that just kind of like, yeah, that scene where like, what was her name? Oprah.
Or
in the
like,
square.
yeah.
Yeah,
That
that was just
how much do you
like-
think to watch kids? I don't do that.
Yeah, like rude. But I just like, to me, yeah, that was like my first visual. Even though it's not exactly a slavery movie, like I still have never watched Roots or anything like that because those movies make me mad.
Very.
But The Color Purple had so many parts, like even like the sisters and how close they are. Like I'm super close to my sister, so it's kind of like one of those movies that's like a good feel good movie. Yeah,
that's dope.
This segment is called Book Me, where I actually get to ask my guests about what book had deeply impacted them and why.
So I'm an English major. I have a BA in English.
Okay.
So
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's hanging in my studio. So after reading books for 4 years, I vowed that I was not going to read after university.
Okay.
I'm just not reading nothing.
Yeah.
It actually cost me money because I didn't read.
Yeah. Go outside. Yeah. Sorry. So you, as a major,
Yeah, in English, I decided that when school was done, I wasn't going to read. So I didn't read anything for 6 years, including contracts, fine print. It cost me like $3,000. This is how much I was committed to not reading. So then I was like, okay, I can't be a waste gal. I need to read something. So I'm like, I need to read something that, sorry, the alcohol.
Drink water.
I need to read something that, no, is just like,
fitted,
warm in the throat.
The joke I was about to say.
Don't. It's not my style. Yeah, so reading, I'm like, okay, I need to read something that's intriguing to me. What am I intrigued by? Sex.
Okay.
So I started reading Zane.
Zane? What Zane book?
I have all of them. I have all
This
of
is one
them.
of my friends.
I have all of them.
Every one of them.
Yeah. I like the anthologies the best.
Yes.
I think I like Honey, so that's the mix of like Black and like Chinese, Asian.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've never heard of them before as lovers.
Yes.
That's sad to say. You always hear like Latinos and like, you know what I mean?
It's funny because both my parents are Asian and Black.
Okay.
My dad and mom. So my dad is Chinese, Jamaican, and Black, and my mom is
Okay.
Chinese, Jamaican, and Black.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
both of
in
them.
my experience, that's like, right? So
Yes.
that book to me, was it Honey? Yeah, Honey.
Yeah, Honey.
Honey Flavor.
Yep.
Was like my favorite anthology, and it's just like a bunch of stories about sex.
Yes.
So you get some good things. So I have like
Yes.
good things. I can say, you could try this. You could try
Try
that.
that? Yeah. Done
It's
it whole.
like-
All the
it's
chocolates.
good reading. Yeah, it's like good reading.
It's those readings that you're reading and you're like, you have to walk with a book cover.
Yes.
You have to walk with
Yes.
a book cover.
Yes.
And I used to read mine when I used to take the bus.
Mm.
So I have to have a book cover, but midway through my books, I would be like in that chapter, because they're short stories.
Yeah.
So you can get through the book. It looks like a big book, but they're just short stories, like 6
Yeah.
or 8 pages. But you're like,
Whew, they're juicy, right?
like Jesus,
They're
like, let me just put
juicy.
this in my bag. And then I don't know about you guys, but when I read books, I have to have music playing too.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, so I'm a slow jam head. So usually when I
So you're
read,
in the vibe.
yeah, I hear everything, I see everything, and you hear this music playing in the background.
So you're there
I'm there,
You're one of the characters.
and I'm here on the bus.
on the bus.
And my everything's jumping. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's that kind of. So I put my mom onto Zane.
What?
My mom is like the coolest Christian. She's always read Harlequin romances, and I was like,
Okay.
yo, you need to read this.
Yes.
It's like a step up
Yes.
from what,
It's
I
more than a
realized, like,
step. Let's
my
just say
mom
that.
has that vibe as a
Yes.
Christian lady. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I'm like, yeah, I think she'll like this.
Yes.
So she read a couple of those. She was like, well, that's like a bit much. But yeah, she's been through a couple of them. But
Question: with your Zane books, as a Zane reader, because Zane's my favorite erotic tale
Yes.
writer.
Yes.
How much of Zane's book have you inputted in your sex life?
A lot. I feel like Zane is the one thing that I'll share with my partner. Like, I will read it in bed
Yes.
and be like, yeah,
Let's read this
try
together.
this.
And then,
I
yes.
will read it. Like, I have no problem. Like, you could lay on my lap.
Yes.
And I'll read it to you. And then I'll ask you, like, how do you feel about this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I usually will have it like together. I'm like, are you done this page? Because you know me,
Okay.
I already read the whole book. So I'm just I get the spicy.
No, I have to read it in my seductive voice.
Oh, you read it out loud.
What do you mean? Yeah, I have to read it out loud. Yes, I have to read it.
Not the voiceover.
Because in my mind, I know I'm going to get some.
I already know that.
Right, so I'm just like, hey, I'm reading this book I want to share with you, but I already have in my mind, like, I know what's gonna happen. But I feel like, yeah, I'm like, I want to implement something new.
Of course.
And I don't like, my dude is the type of person I will be like, where you learn this new trick?
Yeah.
Right? So I got it from the book. So I could prove that, like, yeah,
I'm
if I
reading
share
this,
it
yeah.
with him, then, yeah.
Oh my god, it's it's really bad. I think I have my bookshelf, but then
You put them on the bookshelf?
no.
Okay, because they're not
So-
on my bookshelf either.
Yeah, so you're not letting me finish. I have a bookshelf, and my other books are on my bookshelf, like my business, selling, whatever, sales, entrepreneur books, self-help books. They're all on the bookshelf. My dresser beside my bed, that bottom drawer, is all my Zane books. Everything's like, oh, there's clothes in there. No,
No,
just Zane books.
Yeah,
Just Zane books. I love Zane. You're like the first person I've heard that said like,
I love
yeah,
Zane.
you get it. And I buy every Zane book that comes
Yeah,
out.
and she hasn't had any for a while.
A while, guys.
And
I've
I'm
been
a little
looking.
bit sad.
Same. I'm like, listen, I need you to like give me something.
Come through.
Give me something.
I've tried other authors.
Did you read her plus size one, which had all like plus size girls?
What was it called?
Plump something.
No.
Yeah, there's
when did
one
that come out?
that came like a few years ago, like at least 4.
My phone's not here. Okay, after,
But that
yeah,
one,
I need
that was
one.
dedicated to just big girls.
I haven't read that one.
That one was a good one. Because
Okay.
you see yourself now.
I always see myself because in my mind I just look good and I'm just skinny. So they're all me. Like, they're all me. How you mean?
I can.
I don't know if I could do this in real life, but in my mind,
I can
could
do
do
this.
that.
So this is our last segment. It's called The Quote. I ask my guests to tell me what quotes they use on a daily basis or the ones they live by. For me, short and simple, mine is, life is what you make it. Because it is. Let's hear what my guests have to say.
Very simple. I'm taking a rough life easy.
Why?
Because what else are you gonna do? Life is bumpy.
True.
You just have to deal with it. Just take a rough life easy.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, last question. Krystle Breaks Easy means what to you? How was your experience today during this interview, during this episode?
I want to say like just one word would be like
No, you can say
well,
whatever you
hashtag humid in the throat area.
I swear.
Hot in here.
You asked for the game.
I don't regret the game.
Okay.
I don't regret the game.
Do you feel a lot cooler now, though?
Yeah. Thanks for
Okay.
turning on the fan.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's just cool. Like
Yes.
it's the first time I've done something like this.
Wait, did I just take your virginity? Yo, I am Thanos. Give me my ring.
You know.
I think I got 6 now, right? I'm at 6.
Yeah.
I'm
Who
at
else
6.
does this? Like I don't really know a lot of people that do this. Like this is like a
Yo, I feel like then, like really, I feel like a hote because I took 2 today already.
yeah.
You're
yeah,
my second one. I had a
Yeah.
morning and now an evening.
Yeah.
3. Oh my God, yes, 3.
Yeah. So it was cool. Like I feel like I'm comfortable enough to drink because
Yes.
drinking is not my thing.
Yes.
But I feel like, yeah, it was worth the drive to Markham.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Enough time to drive to your yacht
I know.
in the
It's
middle
far.
of the night
Yeah.
or first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're an early bird.
You know what it is? Because I'd rather go when like he has nothing to say and my husband doesn't say nothing because he's already sleeping.
Yeah,
so
you
if I
ain't gotta
leave out early, I can
Ain't
come
nothing.
back before he wakes up.
Yeah.
Never happens though because I get stuck at her house and
Got it.
trying on more stuff.
Yeah.
And saying,
You
"Hey,
still have to come upstairs to my physical
listen,
closet.
I told you, October 29th to the 5th, I'm going on vacation with or without my husband
Okay.
and the children. So I already have one bathing suit
With
thing
or
on.
without.
Yeah. Listen, it can be a family trip or it can be a solo trip.
But you're
It's gonna
going.
happen.
Okay.
Like I was gonna go to Italy. Nah, that dress is gonna be in Cuba or Los Cabos.
It's a little bit
One of them.
hot. I mean, the
Guys,
stomach is out, but
it's summer. It's nighttime in the fall. That's perfect.
yeah, sure.
Remember, my birthday's October 30th, so
And
it's
it's
late
a
fall.
hot ass color. Like you did good at
Yes.
picking your colors.
Emerald. And then this is gonna be brighter. So I'm like,
You got it all knocked out in your head.
yeah, guys.
I like it.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm really ready. I'm so excited. But thank you so much. This was so much fun. And you should have listened when people tell you to just tell a dirty story.
I'm a rebel.
Yes.
I have to like go home to my mom and my kid. Like they're supporting me.
You
with
realize
everything
the
I do.
questions that we asked are probably worse.
Yeah, but who knew? I feel like this is like a university drinking game, and I didn't really partake in the foolery. I didn't partake in the foolery. When I went to school, my mom made me party every weekend the summer before I went to school. So
Okay.
when I went to school, it was like work time.
Yes.
It wasn't about partying and about all that stuff. That was just like a perk that I was like, okay, I found a couple Black people, a
Yeah.
couple reggae events that
Yes.
were popping in London, Ontario.
Yeah.
And that was it. But I wasn't there to party. It wasn't my first time, like,
At least you're in
able
London.
to
I was
drink.
in Belleville,
yeah, I still don't even know where that is.
East. So just before Kingston.
I feel like I live in Pickering, and I feel like that's far.
Yeah, it's
That's
keep going
like,
east.
no,
like
that's
past
too
Oshawa,
far.
past
Past
Bowmanville.
my house is
past,
too far east.
Like you're going to Sandbanks.
I'm a west. I don't know where that is.
It's east.
I just know how to get to my house. And the
So
grocery
that, so
store.
that means you know how to get to my house then. Because you went to
Western.
you went to Western.
Yeah, and I
I'm
lived in
Kitchener.
the West all my life. I
Yeah.
lived in the West all my life. Yeah.
I'm excited. Thank you so much for doing this. This
Thank
was
you
fun.
for inviting me. I really I enjoyed it.
You did? I'm
Yeah.
happy. Thank you so much.
So that is a wrap, folks. You just listened to Krystle Breaks Easy. I am your host, Krystle. To find me on Instagram, you're going to look for Krystle Breaks Easy _, which is the podcast page. Also, my personal page on all platforms is Chris My Life. So until next time, stay safe.